What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister, Dylan, who I meant to learn her name before I did this. My sister, Dylan, and my brother, Derek.
What's up, everybody?
And today, we are going to be talking about Iron Man 3 and continuing our MCU rewind. But before we get started on our thoughts on that movie, let's go over some news. So first, in movie news, I picked up that Tenet has been pushed back again. So it was supposed to come out this month or in August, something like that.
I believe it was August.
Yeah, I kind of like Tenet's one of the movies I want to see, like really want to see. It looks interesting. But yeah, it's getting pushed back. Here is a little side note on that, though. It might actually open in Europe end of August and other parts of the world, like China and stuff.
That means we will have to avoid the internet. Like, how are we going to do that?
I don't. Just if you see Tenet, or just have Google block everything that has Tenet in its name.
It's going to be like the first thing when you like turn on your phone.
Or you know, I'm not condoning this in any way, shape, or form, but since it's coming out in different countries, there's inevitably going to be some bootleg stuff out.
I mean,
I feel like it's going to be a bad time for that, especially if they do staggered releases for movies, because in general, most people won't watch a pirated version of a movie if they have access to it. But since we're not going to have access to it.
Right. I feel like here in the U.S., like, we're definitely going to, I mean, not we as in me, but they're definitely going to pirate it. Like, it makes perfect sense to release it everywhere, but here, since basically we're the only ones not going back to normal life because, you know.
Yeah, because stuff is bad here.
We are entitled to breaths.
I was going to leave it at things were bad.
That's why I left it blank. But yeah.
Hey, y'all remember on the VHSs and DVDs, pirating is a crime.
It is.
It is a crime.
It is a crime.
It is a crime.
4 years in jail and a $50,000 fine or something like that.
Has anyone ever spent 40 years in jail? Because, I mean, technically, when we recorded movies off of TV, which everyone did, right? That was pirating.
Well, only if you sell it.
Only if you sell it.
No, you have access to a movie without paying for it.
You distribute it, even if you give it away for free. Like, it's only supposed to be for your enjoyment.
Yeah. Yes, I think you could do that, but you couldn't, like, then make a DVD of it and give it away or sell it.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I'm not so sure it's the same now, because, like, okay, I have my Switch, right, which sometimes I stream from, so I have a capture device for that. And like, sometimes I just leave it hooked up on the capture device because it's easier that way. However, I cannot watch Netflix and Hulu while it's hooked up to the capture device.
Well, that makes sense because, you know, I feel like Netflix and Hulu is different than taping something off of HBO. You know, I think that's two different things.
Okay.
You know, it's like, well, you know, back in the day, you had your VCR hooked up, and then you DVR something, then you VCR it and recorded it or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's, you know what I mean? Because Netflix be like, hey, you can't record anything because it's on Netflix. What's the purpose of recording it?
True, yeah, because you can watch it anytime anyway.
Yeah, I think that's completely different than a movie coming on Stars and you DVR'd it and then took that off of your DVR and now you have it on DVD forever. I think that's different.
Okay, all right. I see where y'all coming from on that. All right, that makes sense. However, with this happening, it's probably, I'm not saying everybody's going to, but there's going to be more people than usual probably pirating things like Tenet and some of the other movies if they come out in other markets. I'm not sure how that would hurt the American box office when it actually comes out in America. We'll have to see.
I don't think, not that much, especially if it's a good movie. I felt like those who pirated might be willing to go again.
Go watch it again in theaters and watch it not on a crappy, grainy handheld camera.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, so the next bit of news that I got, Thor It was supposed to start production in the beginning of next year, which I think that's probably a good timing. Hopefully, by the beginning of next year, we'll be all good to do things in our country again. So it looks like everything's going to be starting back up. Could be interesting. Speaking of other movies, A Quiet Place 2 has been pushed back to April of next year.
I forgot all about that. I really wanted to see that. That was like the first movie to get canceled, wasn't it?
Yeah. Actually, that changed all of our plans from then on, right? Like we had all these plans out for the year.
We were going to review A Quiet Place and then review A Quiet Place 2.
Yep. And then it got canceled 2 weeks
back to
before
back.
We were going to do it. And then we were like, oh.
Yep.
I don't know what we're going to talk about on this podcast for the next year, but apparently we're still doing it. So
yes, we figured it out, sort of.
We are pressing on.
Yes, sort of. Okay. Taika Waititi is definitely writing a Star Wars film. I think it was a rumor before, but he said he started writing on it. I have no idea what kind of movie he's going to write, but based on his work in Thor and The Mandalorian, and I haven't seen his other movies, but they've all gotten really good praise. I think it might be good. It might be a little bit of a change for Star Wars.
Does anyone else have zero interest in this?
I don't think it's going to be a typical Star Wars movie. I think Star Wars is just in the title.
Right. I'm feeling that. Like, Dylan, you're saying, anyone have interest in it? I mean, the fandom definitely is probably going to have interest in it. I personally don't care if there's another Star Wars movie or not. I mean, like, I like Star Wars, but I'm not a diehard fan of it. So, like, if there's never any other Star Wars, I'll be okay. However, since it's Taika Waititi and I know his type of stuff, I'm not, like, dying to see the movie, but I would definitely go see it because I'll be intrigued on how he's going to do his take on Star Wars.
I don't know. I hear Star Wars and I'm, like, already disinterested.
You know what? You have good reason to feel that way. What'd you say?
I said that's because Dylan doesn't like Star Wars.
I know, but I just feel like it's just too much.
It is too much. Disney, I would say Disney, when they took over Star Wars, they did do way too much. They were coming out with a Star Wars movie every year. It was oversaturated.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is. Like, we need nothing with Star Wars on it. Like, especially since it's all one company now. Like, we can go about 3 years without seeing Star Wars.
Yeah, that'll probably be fine.
10.
Nah, you know the fan base wouldn't be happy with that. But I don't know. If you keep giving them good TV shows like The Mandalorian, maybe they won't be clamoring for a movie.
Yeah.
True.
Have they begun writing on season 2 for The Mandalorian?
Season 2 was filmed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, is that supposed to come out in October?
Yeah.
I think that is still happening.
So we're getting.
I haven't heard anything like delayed or anything. That's why I asked that.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting season 2. I guess.
I think that's pretty much done.
Yeah, I guess if we can't come up with anything to talk about by the end of the year, we could do episode reviews of the Mandalorian.
Okay.
Review each episode.
Do that.
Man.
Yeah, people do that anyway.
True. True. I mean, I guess each episode's like a small movie, right? Yeah.
I gotta finish watching season 1.
Yeah, you should.
Sometime an hour 15.
Yeah. Definitely finish watching season 1. It's pretty good. All right.
Yeah, because everybody loves Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Or the child is what it's called, apparently, because Yoda was Yoda's name. Not species. But whatever, it's Baby Yoda. Last bit of news that I have. Miss Marvel, not to be confused with Captain Marvel, is rumored to start shooting in November. So apparently we're going to be getting that Miss Marvel TV show sometime in 2021, maybe.
Do they have a cast yet?
I didn't hear about a cast, no. Unless I missed it, I haven't seen a cast for that show.
You haven't heard anything either. That's very interesting. If they're going to start shooting, they need to start
Casting?
hiring. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I didn't even know they were doing the show.
I still don't know of any Indian American actors, or
I don't know any that's young. I know people that's in their like late 20s, early 30s, but no one young enough. Because she's a teenager, right?
yeah, she's a teenager, and I think you have to make her a teenager.
Yeah. So you need someone that's like 20,
I think they
21.
might be like someone from India. You know, they like to do that.
A teen in Bollywood actress.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there that just, we don't know.
I mean, that's possible. Yeah, I wouldn't see why not. Yeah, that could be a route you can go. To get someone from Bollywood. That could work. We'll see what happens. Marvel pretty much does good on casting, so I'm not worried. But I just can't think of any actors at the moment. So we'll see what happens there. But that was just about all the news I was able to get. Not much going on.
I had one.
You had one?
Yeah. They're releasing Bill and Ted Excellence Adventures 3.
Okay.
And it's supposed to continue. And I was like, why?
Oh, you didn't hear about that? Like, that's been in the news for a while.
Yeah, the trailer is out. At least online it is. And the movie is dumb.
They're all dumb.
It's dumb. And this is the premise of the movie. They're supposed to make the ultimate song to save the world. And
like
their solution to it is, why don't we go to the future and steal the song from ourselves? But it's like, if you haven't written the song,
that means
it's no song in the future. Yeah. That's the premise of the movies, people.
Why did you just tell me this?
Well, like, those movies are made to be stupid. Like, they're supposed to be stupid.
Why is this a thing? I don't understand.
And it's the same actor, so it's still Keanu Reeves and the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
it
same
looked
people.
really old, by the way.
Well, yes. Okay, that was knowledge I did not need.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, Dylan.
No, what is the point?
Yeah. I've known about this for a while, but I didn't think it fit in our podcast, so I never put it in.
Hey, we're supposed to be protecting people from stupid movies, and that's a stupid movie that we're
people
protecting.
That want to go see that movie wants to go see it because of what it is.
Well,
there can't be people that wants to go see that movie.
Okay, they wouldn't be redoing it. And the fact that we all know what it is.
A lot of movies that people would go to see. That doesn't mean anything.
No, there was a buzz and excitement around there. There is a following.
Does anyone consider those movies good?
Yeah, people do.
I hope they don't.
I think they do. Just because it's not what we like doesn't mean we can.
Like, there's movies I can be like, okay, that was a good movie. Like, I don't like The Notebook, but I get why people like it. But I mean, those, what is it, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? It's not, no. It's not good. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yep. So we will go ahead. we'll move on from Bill and Ted, and we'll go ahead and talk about Iron Man 3. So yay! We just watched Iron Man 3, and I guess I'm gonna start by like just going over general thoughts of the movie. Mm-hmm. It's upon watching it again, it's not an exciting movie. You know,
Well,
No, it wasn't.
I just want to be like, this entire time you guys were saying I was being too hard on this movie.
No, it's not that bad. I
Um,
still stick with the notion that it's not that bad. But like you were just trashing it like it was the utmost, most horrible movie ever.
it's not because I felt like they were trying to do something, but it didn't land. You know what I mean? Like I know exactly what they were trying to do. You know, they're trying to give Tony this arc. You know what I mean? Like he's battling his demons, right? And it's just like, can he be Iron Man and also love Pepper? And at the end, it's like, okay, he showed that he will put Pepper Potts first. And he's dumb, you know what I mean? But it didn't land. It felt so empty. I just feel like they were doing way too much. There was too many plot points, too many stupid villains. It just, no.
Yeah, when we did our rewatch yesterday, we were saying it would have been better off if Iron Man had gone with either Extremis solely or Mandarin solely instead of trying to mash them together and then undercutting the Mandarin.
Yeah.
They definitely undercut that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's man. But yeah, so yeah, it's definitely on the low end of the Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just I don't know. I mean even with like some of even the little stuff, I just felt like it's just too much. It's just like you find like the girl who's like, oh, I come to help Tony, but oh, she was evil all along, and then the vice president was evil all along, and it was just like, why did we need all of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they were doing the most.
And we were saying by making the Mandarin fake, even if it wasn't the Mandarin, by making that villain fake, it kind of undercut the whole thing because in the beginning of the movie, the way the Mandarin is shown is so menacing and sinister and stuff. It's really good. And then you just, it at that point, at first, first time I watched it, I was completely fine with it. But like watching it this time, at that point in the movie, it really just takes the legs out from underneath the movie, making, whether it was the Mandarin or not, making that villain an actor and not really the villain kind of undercuts it. It's not a good plot twist.
I feel like to me, it just takes you out of the rest of the movie. And it just kind of just disconnects me from everything else. And because you're right, because they build up to like this guy and like the way he's initially portrayed is like, okay, this guy's ruthless, he's serious. I like how they, his little like his commercials or whatever. That was cool. And then when it's revealed, it's just like this guy. And it just, I don't know, it just kind of takes the air out of the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely changed from that point on. The movie still had good humor in it. You still got Tony Stark's growth, which was good. Like, as far as his character arc goes, I think that's good.
It was good, but not good. And I say that because I felt like they meant it for me, I felt like they meant that to be the end of his story.
Oh, yeah, it would be a horrible end to his story.
If that was the case, it's a horrible end to his story. So it's kind of like it's good and not good, like for him to go through all of that. But like if that was the end and we didn't have how Endgame ended, it would not have been good.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, they ended the movie with I Am Iron Man and everything to bookend, because that's how we ended his first movie. See, this is why, and people that don't like the whole cinematic universe thing, you have to admit that the fact that you get these characters over so many movies, you get better fleshed out characters.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't know, maybe they done it a little differently. I would have felt better about how it ended. But it all felt kind of just like an okay kind of thing, I guess it's like, oh, Tony gets the girl at the end, but what is Happy's ending? That he didn't die?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't know. It felt kind of lame.
Yeah, out of the Iron Man trilogy, I would definitely say, man, I used to put this above Iron Man 2. But when we rewatched Iron Man 2, I was able to rewatch that no problem. I mean, like the villain was horrible, but still it was all right.
Yeah.
This, I don't know. I might have to
It's not
change.
as enjoyable. It's not as enjoyable as the other ones. I'm like, Iron Man 2 has huge flaws, but it's still like, okay, I can see myself getting into it. To me, Iron Man 3 is just, I want it to be over.
Yeah. I definitely felt that yesterday. And maybe it was just the day. I don't know.
It could have been, but no, because I felt like this is how I always felt about this movie. And I felt like my opinion of it didn't change.
Interesting. Well, that's our thoughts on Iron Man 3. Did you have any extra tidbits, Dylan? You normally do.
I do. Let's start off with the casting. What else? Jude Law was considered for Aldrich's killing.
I like that better.
I like that.
Already, I like that better.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
I can see that.
So, let's say we had Jude Law, then fast forward 8 years or however many years. My math is bad. 6 years. Who plays
Jan-Rog?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Come on, like Jan-Rog is such a throwaway character. I guess they both are really though.
Yeah, but I feel like I would have liked Jude Law so much better in this. I feel like he'd have added so much more.
Yeah, I would have preferred him in this role rather than in Captain Marvel's movie. One, because I guess we're going to get to it when we go to Captain Marvel, but the flaw in Captain Marvel's movie, I think, is the direction. Like, the directors are the ones that made the mistakes in that movie. Mm-hmm. I think I said that in my review of it. So I would rather him been in this movie.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, man, that would have been. I don't know, like how far that got, if that was just a name on the list, but I think I would have liked that better. Guy Pearce is cool, but I think I would have preferred Jude Law.
Yeah, I think that would have been pretty cool. I could see him in that role too. And then if you change the story up a little bit, he would have been a good villain.
Okay. Next, for Maya Henson. Jessica Chastain. Is it Chastain or Chastain? I think Chastain sounds better.
It's Chastain.
Okay. Yeah, so she was originally cast, but she had to drop out. I'd have liked that so much better, too.
Yeah, Jessica Chastain is better.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
In Dark Phoenix, she was the villain.
That's probably not the best.
It's not the best movie to describe her. She's been in a lot better movies, but yeah, that's Jessica Chastain.
I'm about to look it up to. I see her all the time, but I'm like, now I can't. Oh, she was in She was in Interstellar, Zero Dark 30.
Oh, okay. All right, I know who you're talking about now.
Okay.
I think she would have been good in that role. Although, did they do much with that role anyway?
No, well, so I don't know how true it is. It was supposed to be a bigger role.
Yeah, because Maya Hansen's a villain, isn't she?
Yeah. It was apparently she was supposed to be the major villain, but they switched it up to the man being the major villain because according to her, the studio's execs didn't think kids would play with a toy if she was the main villain.
Oh, it's true. It's true. Like, okay, so usually with stuff like that, I'd be like, okay, it's a rumor, we don't know. But no, Ike Perlmutter, is that what his name was? He was the lead to Marvel, and at this point, Disney didn't switch control of MCU over to completely to what's his face, Kevin Feige. So Kevin Feige still answered to Ike Perlmutter. Ike Perlmutter is the reason why we didn't get a early Black Widow movie and all that, because he did say it is down on record that he did say that kids wouldn't play with female toys. So he didn't even come out with female toys for any of the movies because
literally not true.
Right, like I'm pretty sure there were Catwoman toys when we were growing up. Like I don't like that's just dumb. But yeah. So if it comes out again, something like that, I believe it.
Okay, well, that's what they were saying, which is disappointing because she did feel kind of like just thrown in. You know what I mean? It's like she shows up, and then you're like, okay, and then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, I'm also evil, and that was just kind of the end of it.
You know what? It would have been better to have her as the villain. Like, even if we go from the beginning of the movie, right, and he's working with her on extremists or whatever, and maybe she uses his formula to perfect it, and having that power goes to her head, right? Rather than Killian going evil because he got stood up on the roof by Tony Stark. Oh my gosh, I'm evil now. I got stood up. Now I'm going to be an evil mastermind. That's so dumb. That's the dumbest premise ever. Oh god.
It's stupid. Yet hers would have been better. Because it was kind of just thrown in as like, oh, we need Tony to help us to stop our people from blowing up. And I just feel like, oh, that was kind of just like a throwaway line. Like, this is why we did all of this? Just, I don't know, it was stupid.
Very, very dumb. She probably would have been a better villain.
I think so. At least she would have a better motivation, you know?
And replace her with Jessica Chastain? I think this movie already seems better.
The movie we wanted but didn't get. Yeah. But that's all I have for casting. Not a lot.
Okay.
So, random movie facts. Yay. Okay. This is the final MCU movie produced by Paramount. So, yeah. That's why when it comes on, you see Paramount, you don't see Disney name until the end of the credits. It says produced by. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's because they were already still under contract for Avengers, and Iron Man 3 was still under contract when Disney bought out the rights. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Thor: The Dark World is the first Disney one.
Yeah, it didn't come out the gate strong.
Yeah, but I guess technically it was already made though, right? So
yeah, it was probably already in the works. They didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while everyone complains about Disney, and yes, I get they're a big evil company, the movies got better after Disney.
Yeah, well, I think you're definitely benefit by, your guy being the main control as a comic book guy definitely helps.
Yeah.
It definitely helps that you had directors like the Russo brothers definitely help.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh yeah, their director choices for most of the movies definitely is what helped.
It's a lot better, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, except for Captain Marvel. I don't like no. Sorry.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So, this was the first Iron Man movie to gross over $1 billion. After this point, everything but the Ant-Man movies got $1 billion, right?
No, the billion. No, Thor didn't get $1 billion.
I'm saying after this movie.
No, I'm talking about Thor: The Dark World. That didn't get $1 billion.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. No, that couldn't have.
No.
No, I think after Avengers 2, everything started getting $1 billion.
Okay, so Captain America didn't get it either? You don't think?
Winter Soldier probably did.
Oh yeah, Winter Soldier definitely.
I don't know. We're gonna have to look at the box office now.
I'm wondering because I'm thinking, you're right. It didn't.
Oh,
Thor got six. I don't know why I can't. $645 million.
I mean, it's still a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, budget was only $170, so that's still pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah. I was thinking everything but Ant-Man, but I guess $1 billion was not guaranteed. I think people were still unsure of what to expect from Thor.
Yeah, Iron Man got $1 billion because it was the movie right after Avengers.
After Avengers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. True.
You got that hype up for that.
Yeah. All right. RDJ was the one to push to get Gwyneth Paltrow action scenes in this movie. Interesting.
Cool.
I'm not mad at it.
I was commenting while we were watching. I was like, it's interesting she actually got an action scene.
Right. It's funny though. You were saying, it's so unusual. But yeah, he was the one who was like, hey, she should do more than just be the damsel in distress. And Kevin Feige was like, you're right.
Because technically she's the one that won the day for the movie, right?
Yeah, well, she saves him twice, right? She saves him when the house blows up, and then at the end of the movie.
Yep.
It was cool. I mean, she still ended up being the damsel in distress, but I guess some extra.
Yeah. A better damsel in distress. I don't know.
Right. Just Yeah, well, I guess technically she wasn't in that much danger because even when she fell into the fire, she survived. So
Yeah. Oh, that's
yeah,
right. Yeah. Wow. He did not catch her. Woo.
he did not. I'm gonna catch you.
That didn't work out, did it?
Well, like the worst person ever dropped her. It wasn't his fault that he didn't catch her, but he definitely did not catch her.
Well, that's how it would happen. Anyway, you're not catching them.
No, not at all. Not at all. All right, so this was the only Iron Man movie to not feature any
Yeah.
songs by AC/DC. I,
Blasphemy.
yeah. I gotta say, I felt like I was not a fan of the soundtrack for this movie.
True.
I feel like AC/DC just kind of became like Iron Man's thing,
It
and
is.
for it not to be in there, I was just kind of like, it's missing something.
I didn't even notice that, and it's a shame. How do you not? How do you not
Yeah.
like? It's Iron Man by this point, right?
I mean, because you had it in the first two, you kind of gotta have it in the third one. Like, I don't know any songs by AC/DC, so I can't say what song they could have used that wasn't used in the first two. I don't know, but I felt like that kind of music is what should have been in here, and it wasn't.
True. That's what this movie did feel different than the other two, and I
Which I think is
know.
what they wanted to do, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a new director and all that.
yeah, Shane Black. I'm not a huge fan of what he was doing. Yeah, where do I want to? Else do I want to go with this?
Lethal Weapon.
Yes, Lethal Weapon 2, I think. Yeah, I think he did Lethal Weapon 2. Which was Lethal Weapon 2 was good. Yeah. Okay. So in the comics, AIM is a terrorist organization, basically the evil counterpart to SHIELD, and was originally an offshoot of Hydra. I felt like they should have just had that and not the other stuff.
A Hydra offshoot.
Yeah, and with them just being like just a plain old terrorist organization, not with the Mandarin underscores and all of that. Just
Ooh,
you know
that
what I
could
mean?
have been a really strong point because it could have tied it in more with the Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. But I
yeah,
think they were more so going on the Hydra route than AIM already to at this point. Because Hydra was like the main focus on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Whereas in the comic book, it's the other way around.
Well, I'm
It's
saying
AIM.
use them both. We know Hydra was in Shield, so the Hydra Science Division within Shield is AIM, and you use them
Yeah.
in the Iron Man movie, and then the end of the Iron Man movie
yeah.
hints something. Don't give it up the twist that Hydra's within Shield, but it just hints something. Like maybe there's a character, and then when you have the Hydra reveal in Captain America, that character shows up too as a Shield agent, and you're like, wait a second,
Well,
like
see, here's okay. So here's why I feel like this all could have, what this movie could have and should have been. This is the only movie, Iron Man movie, to not feature Shield or any member of Shield, and I feel like
Yeah.
it really should have.
yeah, true.
Like, think about it. If we have like the comic book origins of AIM, plus adding in Shield, this will be a better movie.
For
I
sure.
think this has been a perfect opportunity to dive deeper into Shield. You could have made AIM better, and then it's just been 10 times better than what we got.
And it would have been a precursor to the Winter Soldier.
Yep. I think that's what they should have did, and that is not what they did.
Yeah.
Because even then, I just feel like, I don't know. Because, okay, so at the end, the tattoos he had on. Okay, so apparently that's a tattoo of Fing Fang Foom.
Yeah. The
Okay.
dragon that is Iron Man's villain for some reason. Makes no
Right.
sense.
Makes no sense. But I'm like, so we have so much in this movie. Why do we have so much in this movie?
I don't know. See, that's the question. Was Killian actually a part of the Ten Rings or no?
No.
So you impersonated a terrorist organization. That was smart.
Apparently they fixed it in a one shot, right?
Yeah. One of the Marvel one shots while Trevor Slattery is in prison. Someone comes up to him and says the Mandarin would like a word with you or something like that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the idea to make Mandarin a false face was one of the co-writers, Drew Pierce's idea. They should have just shot that down.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's so much, and it just wasn't necessary.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently Shane Black originally wanted to do a little more of the Demon in a Bottle storyline,
Mm-hmm.
but Disney nixed it, saying that they covered it in Iron Man 2, so they didn't want to go back to it.
They kind of touched on it in Iron
They
Man 2.
kind of touched on it. Not having read the comics, I don't know if there was more to that story that could have been told. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still not sure, like, that was the route to go. I don't know. Like, if you do that to this version of Iron Man, is he still as likable as he is?
No. At least not right away.
Yeah, I'm not sure they should have done it.
Right.
I'm not sure that was a good call.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about the comics. I can't say, but I don't know. All right, so this was interesting. So originally, the post-credit scene was going to be Iron Man taking off into space and meet the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
And he was going to have a cameo in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
What?
Because apparently Iron Man is a member of the Guardians in the comics?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So that's not so far-fetched.
Yeah, but that just seems out of left field for this movie. Like, after this very Earthbound movie, you're like, hey, Tony Stark's taking off into space.
Maybe... Well, I don't know at when did they discuss this. This could have been in, like, early writings, and then they nixed it, you know?
Okay. Because I was like... Well, yeah, I guess it would have to be early, because in the it wouldn't make sense for him to meet the Guardians, because in the Guardians, they weren't even together.
Right. So... I don't know, but it got scrapped early. And the reason it got scrapped is because RDJ was not sure if he was going to come back and be Iron Man.
Oh, I'm so
So-
glad he came back.
Okay.
Yeah, could you imagine if that was the end? Oh, man. Yeah, so...
Oh, man. Thank you for finishing that story. I can't... He bookended Endgame. Like, that is the definitive finish. Like, you can't...
I'm glad he came back, because if he didn't, that was not a good send-off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's an interesting tidbit. So apparently every Phase 2 movie features a character losing their arm.
Yes.
And apparently that's homage to the Star Wars saga.
Empire Strikes Back when Luke gets his hand cut off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah, so in every movie, someone loses an arm. So, Killian, this is the first one. So, Killian got his arm chopped off
Yes.
in this movie. What's
Yeah.
the next movie? Thor? Oh, Thor gets his arm chopped off in Thor. So,
I don't remember that. How does he get his arm back?
No,
It wasn't
he
really-
gets his arm chopped off.
no,
That was Thor.
it's Thor. It was
right.
fake.
Okay, you're right. I got you. Yeah.
Oh, you said it was fake?
Yeah, he really
Yeah,
did
it
get
was
his arm
fake.
chopped off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was a illusion.
All right. And Bucky, obviously.
Yeah. Bucky. Yep.
Okay.
lost his arm.
Groot gets his arm cut off by Gamora.
Yeah, Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy, Groot gets his arm cut off, and then in Avengers, Ultron cuts off
Claws.
Claw's arm.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And then apparently Yellow Jacket gets his arm cut off.
Oh yeah, and when he's shrinking, when like he messes up his suit and he starts shrinking, the suit, like his arm shrinks first. Like, so while he's being crushed to oblivion by his suit, his arm's the first one to go. So there you go.
How do you guys? I thought it was like I did not remember this at all. Like outside of Bucky, but Bucky is obvious.
Yeah. I don't know
was just
why I
like-
remember that.
I'm like, everyone gets their arm cut off, but everyone apparently gets their arm cut off in Phase 2.
But like stuff I've watched on YouTube have pointed it out, so like it's in recent memory.
Oh, I don't watch YouTube that much.
I don't actually do work at work, so.
I I see. Yeah. Some of us actually work.
Excuse me. No, go ahead.
Okay, so that was it for my random movie facts. I do have some nitpicks.
Okay, the entire movie.
Oh yeah,
It
but besides the besides the entire movie, um, basically this is The Incredibles, right? This is the exact plot of The Incredibles.
Is this the plot in The Incredibles?
Yes. I tries to help hero. Hero blows him off. Guys gets angry, becomes an evil villain. Evil villain.
Gonna make himself.
Okay.
Well, Killian wasn't trying to make himself look like the hero. He was going to control everything from the shadows.
Doesn't matter. He becomes a villain. He kidnaps the hero. And the hero. And the girl has to save the day. It's The Incredibles.
Okay.
It's
Incredibles
The
were so
Incredibles.
much better.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The Iron Man suits, right? House
Yeah.
party, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you threaten a terrorist, and you have no plan to protect yourself. You have all of these suits. Why did he not use all of these suits until the end of the movie? I don't understand.
Yeah. Also, why did he go back to the house after he threatened the terrorists?
Makes no sense.
We're on lockdown. No, we're out. We're going somewhere else.
Yeah. It
Like,
makes no. Ugh.
Pepper had the right idea.
Exactly. And then I'm like, you had all of these suits. He could have used those suits at any time in this movie, and he did not.
Yeah, why did he keep using the Mark 42? Well, no, you know what? No, he got stuck in the Mark 42 because his house got attacked, and it was the first suit he could put on because he can call it to himself.
Why is the Mark 42 the only suit he can call to himself?
Because it's a prototype. He was just coming up with the technology to call suits to himself.
I don't know. I feel like that should be in other
Although,
suits.
no, he did it in Avengers. It wasn't as graceful, but you had that little rocket thing.
See? Exactly. Like he had twice he could have used other suits and he did not.
Well, I don't know if that would have worked out in the whole house getting blown up thing.
Still, he should have used his house party thing a long time ago.
Yeah, honestly, you know what? When your house was getting shot up, maybe you should have used the house party protocol then instead of you using a dysfunctional suit to fight off these helicopters. Maybe you should have sent the other ones out. I just thought about that. That would have been smart.
All right, another thing. Do we not have airspace, defense? Did no one see these helicopters coming to blow up Tony's house? Like,
Yeah, I guess you do
He
try.
would have had national security with him the whole while when he did.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, you enter U.S. airspace, armed helicopters. I feel like they got shot out the sky way before they reached Malibu.
And yeah, they're coming from Florida, aren't they?
Yeah.
You flew halfway across the entire country.
Yeah. No one saw this, and no one stopped this. Makes no sense.
We never questioned this, so.
We should be, yeah, And then, where was S.H.I.E.L.D.? I feel like evil terrorist organization who made people bombs, S.H.I.E.L.D. should have been all over that.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess your point about S.H.I.E.L.D. being in this movie makes sense. It should have definitely been in this movie.
Should have definitely been in this movie.
You could have introduced Mockingbird, and we could have had her as a regular character.
Yeah, I feel like that's how you introduce all of our other S.H.I.E.L.D. characters. S.H.I.E.L.D. is more than just Nick Fury. Come on, people.
Yeah.
If Killian can spit fire, why did he not use it in his final fight with Tony?
I don't know. Oh yeah, we were talking about
because it's a movie and the hero's supposed to win.
Yeah, like we were talking about why didn't they kill Rhodey?
Rhodey,
right? Yeah.
Like you had Rhodey captured, you got him out of his Iron Patriot suit, and you just left him there.
Didn't make any sense. And then the Iron Patriot suit went from not working to working. I don't understand. Either it was broken or it wasn't broken.
No, in the scene when he said when he gets him out, he's going to have to repair the suit.
Yeah, the guy fixed it.
He fixed it when?
No,
Off
yeah,
screen.
no, he flew off right after. They had that line, "You can fix it, can't you?" to kind of, make us feel like he fixed it. But no, they flew off with the suit right afterwards.
That's what I'm saying.
Like 2 scenes later, they were flying off with the suit.
But when did his mechanic come and fix the suit?
Ah, they
He's
didn't.
a real good mechanic, so I mean, he don't need that much.
Okay. He got those special mechanic powers.
Yeah. Also, welcome Dan.
Like,
Welcome, Dan.
what's up, people?
Glad for you could join us this evening.
We've
I am
had
too, man. I didn't think it was gonna happen. Honestly, I didn't think, but things went right.
All right. Well, we're glad you're here. Well, should we get Dan's opinion on Iron Man 3 before I go through my last 2 nitpicks?
sure thing. Dan, what do you think about Iron Man 3?
Honestly, I didn't hate the movie. I mean, I was entertained by it. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for entertainment. The story wasn't the best. It was a lot of like little gaps in there that I was like, wait, huh? So, that wasn't the best. But man, it kept my attention. I didn't like the Mandarin because like once they exposed him as being like an actor, I was like, okay, really? Like, they could have let dude be legit and just be working with the other guy. I think that would have made for like a better story. But he gets there and dude's in the bathroom pooping or something, hanging out with some females or whatever, and he's like, oh no, it's like really, and he was what, British?
Yeah.
Was that a British?
Yeah. He had plastic surgery.
Yes. Not in the face because I'm an actor. That's how he said it.
Yeah, that part was like a little loony to me. I was like, okay, I get that it was supposed to be a cover or whatever, but I don't know. I just think the movie would have been a little bit deeper and better if like he was actually a legitimate threat, but he was like nothing.
Wow, sounds like some of our other arguments earlier on.
Yes, all right. Dan agrees, because Dan don't be agreeing with us, so I'm glad you agree.
I'm not. I'm a little different, man.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
y'all the college ones. You know what I'm saying? I come with a non-college mind, so maybe that's why I don't be agreeing.
Is that what it is? Okay.
I think that's part of it. I'm not gonna say that's everything. I'm not gonna say that's all of it, but I think that's part of it.
Aaron didn't graduate either, so
Excuse me.
That's
Don't
true,
put the information. Hey,
in,
3D Rivals the 3D Rival gang did not need to know whether or not I graduated from college.
He got in though. He got in and he got in the case. So that's something to write home about. Just make sure you include in that letter. Yeah, I didn't graduate, but I got in.
Oh, people don't check that, man. You just put on your resume that you went, and then they're like, oh, it's great.
I mean, I went to case. I wasn't enrolled there, but I went there.
Well, in that case, I went there too.
I went to. I start putting that on my resume. I start putting that on my resume for real.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There you go.
All right. Well, what was your last 2 nitpicks, Dylan?
Oh, wait, did we cover why he didn't spit fire even though he had this magical power?
No, we said we don't know. There were a lot of parts that didn't make sense with that.
Oh, just dumb. Like, you had all of this extra fighting power. Okay. My last 2 was, why does Tony keep giving kids powerful weapons? Like, he basically gave his kid a little bomb, right? And then in Far From Home, he gives Spider-Man super glasses. Like, you are a horrible person.
No one's.
Well, that's Spider-Man though. That's Spider-Man though.
No, but still,
even different from this kid.
Even with him being Spider-Man, you don't give a high schooler. You don't give a high schooler access to deadly drones. What's wrong with you?
But with his expectations of Spider-Man, I can see where he was going with that. Spider-Man just kind of didn't make the right choice that he thought he was gonna make. I'm saying that makes it look bad. But if Spider-Man made the right choice, and it's like, all right, well, cool. We gave him the glasses, all right, it's all good. since he made the wrong choice, that's where
If he had made the right choice, it would have been a good choice. Huh?
First of all, he's in high school. You're never making the right choice.
No.
It's kinda
Superhero
how
or not.
Spider-Man from high school.
No,
He's
superhero or
Spider-Man.
not. No, it
He's
doesn't
not like a
matter.
random kid.
No.
I feel like that's important.
No.
And he was super smart.
Why didn't he give it to Pepper?
Yeah. Or Happy.
Well, Pepper kind of dingy, man. Pepper dingy, so yeah, I wouldn't have given it to Pepper.
She was the CEO of the company.
Right. Or Happy is your
Dingy.
security guy. Don't you give it to Happy?
I guess he could have went that way.
Yeah.
He could have went that way. Yeah, sure.
You don't give it to a 16-year-old kid.
Not Pepper though. Pepper's about as bad as a 16-year-old kid. Yeah.
Pepper was running the company.
Yeah, but Pepper was also Pepper, so.
No, she was a better choice than a kid in high school.
Movie? Remember the first movie when he was trying to have her perform, surgery on him and pull that thing out of his chest?
Anybody would have
messed that up because
Anybody would have messed that up.
No, I don't think so. He was like, "Nope, don't pull it out." There it is, and he was all grossed out by it. It's like, come on now, grow up. We just need you to pull this thing out of his chest.
I like sticking your hand into his chest is a normal thing.
Like you're supposed to
It's
be
not
all right.
normal,
Like, we do that every day.
but this is Tony Stark though. Tony Stark ain't normal, so you can't expect Tony Stark to ask you to do normal things. Like,
No. If my boss says, "Hey, stick your hand on my chest," I'll be like, "No."
Really? Even to save his life, you'd be like, "No."
I will not.
Really?
I'm gonna call 911 for you.
That's hurtful. Wait, what are we calling you? That's hurtful. You. What's your name? Dylan. Oh, okay, Dylan.
Yep.
Like Bob Dylan? Oh, okay.
No.
Like Dylan. What?
Like Dylan. Why would it be like Bob Dylan? No.
Yeah, like Bob Dylan.
No, it's not like Bob Dylan.
That's the only Dylan I know.
What? It's a common name.
It's a very common name.
Is it though? How many Dylans you know?
Actually, I know none. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know any Dylans either.
I don't know any
How
Dylan.
common is it if none of us know any Dylan?
No, there's one at my job named Dylan.
I don't know any
It's a
Dylan.
guy.
Is there really, or are you just saying that?
You just saying
I'm
it.
not just saying that.
I think you just said that.
All right.
Well, we already established he doesn't work, so he just saying that.
I don't have a job.
All right, Tommy. Thanks, Tommy.
Right, I was thinking the same thing, Tommy.
Anyhow, are we done with your nitpicks, Dylan?
Wait, one more.
Okay.
God. So is the extremist people clothes fireproof? Because they're burning all this stuff down, but they don't lose an ounce of clothing.
That's true.
Oh yeah, they don't.
Fell into a balling flame of fire and came out clothed with pants on.
The guy who melted that water tower, if you're hot enough to melt metal, which is probably steel,
why is your jacket still on?
Yeah, your jacket should be on fire.
That is very true.
Oh, it makes no sense.
Very true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my last. It is. I mean, it's petty, but still, it made no sense.
Yeah.
All right.
I had a few, not nitpicks, but a few more things about the movie.
Well, you
That
should do
wasn't
that
mentioned
before I
before.
went to nitpicks.
Yeah. Okay, Derek.
This is a post nitpick. It's post.
Oh my
What are your picnics?
Reaching.
So yeah, you reaching. The scene with Maya, they wanted her to have a more elaborate death scene. So after she got shot, she was supposed to drag herself to the computer and erase all the extremist data, and then she was supposed to touch one of the plants, which causes it to explode, and then she would explode with the plant.
That's dumb. I'm glad they cut it.
Supposed to happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that should have gotten cut.
Yeah, I think that was unnecessary. Just let her die.
Yeah, that was stupid. Who wrote that?
And then the scene with Maya, Tony, and Pepper with the huge bunny. Mm-hmm. Tony is hanging a stocking for Jarvis. If you pay attention, the stocking is actually red, green, and yellow, the same color of Vision.
Oh.
So did they know Jarvis was going to be Vision this early?
Yeah. I feel like they didn't.
Yeah.
Is that an Easter egg?
I mean, because is it though? I mean, Christmas though, the red and the green, and people use gold stuff all the time.
All the time.
So.
Yeah, I feel like, no. I don't think that was like, hey, guess what's coming. I think that was just happenstance.
Yeah, I don't know if it was planned.
Just happenstance?
I think so.
Yeah. And the post-credit scene was Robert Downey Jr.'s idea. That was his idea for that particular post-credit scene.
Well, it's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I forgot what post-credit scene was.
He was talking to Hawk.
Yeah, it turns out because at the beginning he's narrating, and so basically it was him telling the Hawk what happened.
And even the Hawk, see, the movie tells you itself that the movie sucks because Bruce Banner is sitting there after the entire movie like, what is this? Why are you telling me? Yeah.
Yep.
Boring.
Wow. Yeah.
So.
And Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was going to do our ratings.
Oh.
We're not at ratings yet.
We're not at ratings?
Oh,
my bad.
No, we're not.
Slow down.
My final thing is the fake FBI lady that was with extremists. Mm-hmm. She was supposed to come back in the end, and the final fight was supposed to be with her and Pepper. So Gilligan was
Gilligan?
I said Gilligan. We was just supposed to keep going, like just keep going. Like I didn't say that. Okay. He was supposed to.
He didn't say Gilligan.
He was supposed to be dead when he blew up the suit.
When he blew up the suit, Killian was supposed to die?
Yeah. And the final fight scene was supposed to be between Pepper and that chick.
The lady?
But they decided to go with lady, yes. They decided to go with Pepper against Killigan because...
Oh my god. I'm sorry. Dude. Did you watch the movie?
Need one more word around with that, you got a song. So Killigan, and...
Oh god. Just say Guy Pearce.
Yeah, they made that the final fight, just like Pepper payback for him doing that to her. So that's why they decided to go with that scene instead.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think it mattered.
Nah. You know what's interesting? That the nothing what Derek was telling us.
Wow.
There's more to what I was going to say.
Wow.
That was hurt.
That hurt. That was deep. Like, you know what's interesting? Nothing that Derek said.
Dang, Derek, what did you do, man?
I don't know, man. I do not know.
Personal. I'm hurting, but I feel like my feelings are hurt for that one.
What is interesting is in the scene where he's saving people that have fell out of Air Force One. Mm-hmm. Like they really shot that. Like those are people with like hidden parachutes on and skydivers. Because originally they were going to use CGI, and the guy was like, "No, I think we can really do this." I thought that was interesting because I don't think it was something necessary to be practical, but the fact that it was practical, I think was a nice touch.
Yeah, practical's always better. I think it was a few jumps though. Like they did a few jumps to film it.
Yeah, they did a bunch of jumps.
Yeah,
like 60.
Oh,
And then
Lord.
when everyone landed in the water, they were suspended from cranes and they had this thing that moved at like 30 miles an hour. Then they pressed buttons to kind of snap people off so they could fall into the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was very
I would've been
elaborate.
like- I'd be like, I need a stunt double, man. Nope.
Well, there were
They
a lot
are
of
stunt doubles.
there was a lot of stunt people, and I think they grabbed some people from the Red Bull skydiving team or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
But
they
what is
did.
kind of cool is that these people also had to act scared and stuff, and like they were literally falling out of the sky, which is actually kind of
I
cool because
wouldn't- I wouldn't have been
sometimes
that
stunt people can't really act, especially if you're an experienced skydiver. So you need to act scared and then act like you're like flailing through the air. So I thought it was kind of a nice touch that went really well. It's probably like one of the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah, that was a pretty good scene.
Yeah, probably. That was pretty dope scene. That was pretty dope scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did like the scene when he did the house party protocol. I mean,
Yeah, another
I thought that was
interesting
pretty
point.
cool.
Yeah, but he could have did that in like Act One.
Derek, what else did you find interesting? Hopefully the rest of us will.
Yeah. Since Tony was narrating this story, the entire movie is told in a flashback.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was like no other MCU movie is done that way. So this entire movie was a flashback.
I mean, yeah.
The jury's out on whether or not that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like, we knew that, though, right? After watching the movie.
Yeah, no other movie's a flashback. Yeah.
Because the movie,
Okay.
all the movies in Marvel at that point were supposed to take place at the same time when it came out, right? And this came out after that Christmas, so it was going back to that Christmas. So Tony was telling the story of something. It was 6 months after Avengers or something like that.
It didn't really have to be Christmas, but I think Shane Black got a thing about making movies around Christmas time.
All his movies are during Christmas
Yeah.
for some reason.
I don't know why. Which was dumb because the fact that it was Christmas really served no purpose.
It didn't. We had the Big Bunny.
That was it. Served no purpose.
So, cool.
We're not there yet. Gosh.
I really find this interesting. Like, seriously. Kevin Feige, as we know, is a Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
And Star Trek 3, the Enterprise is destroyed. In every third film of a Marvel franchise, something of importance is destroyed. Tony Stark's home was destroyed in the third movie. In Avengers Civil War
Captain America.
and Asgard. Yeah.
What happened in Captain America?
Asgard was destroyed in Ragnarok. And half of the universe was destroyed in Infinity War.
What was destroyed in Civil War?
Shield
The
space.
friendship that they had.
Yeah.
What
They
shield
like
base?
destroyed that whole building.
It fell into
all
the
the-
water.
Yeah. When all that
That's
stuff
Winter
started falling.
Soldier. That's
Yeah.
Winter Soldier. That's the second movie.
Oh, yeah, you did say Civil War.
Civil War.
Nothing gets destroyed. Oh, yeah, Didn't the UN blow up?
Yeah. The
Or
UN.
whatever? Not the
Okay.
UN, because they weren't in America. Wherever they were, that building blew up.
Yeah.
It was a UN summit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that building wasn't important.
No, it wasn't.
I find a flaw in what people are saying. Did Kevin Feige say he did this?
Yeah. We would have to look at Civil War to see.
That's
'Cause I
the
can't-
only thing that got blown up.
The airport?
Blown up. The
When
airport,
they blew up their bond of friendship, it was blown up.
is that what it is? The Avengers got destroyed?
That's a stretch, dude.
That's
a
right.
stretch.
Well, you did
It
use
was
half the
blown
world
up.
getting destroyed in Infinity War, so, I mean...
I
Yeah.
just Googled it. The Avengers was destroyed in Civil War.
Okay,
That's
so
what
yeah. So Dan was not wrong.
Told you. See, told you. You all here laughing at me and whatnot. See?
I was saying, I think
Doesn't something
sure
get
Kevin
destroyed
Feige
in every
said this.
movie?
yeah, it's
Something
kind of
get
what they
destroyed
do.
in every movie.
Yeah. Stark Tower got destroyed in Avengers. Things blow up in superhero movies.
Pretty much every time. That's why they had the Sokovia Accords.
It's what they do.
So I'm not saying that wasn't interesting. I think the people saying it might be wrong.
Yeah, I need to hear this from Kevin Feige himself. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Let's give him a call. Let's have him on the show.
Yes, I'm going to call him up right now.
Get him on the show.
All right. Beep, bop, boop. Beep, bop, boop.
Does your phone make beep, bop, boop noises?
It does, Darren.
What kind of phone? What kind of phone do you have?
It's an app. It's an app, so download the app and you can do the same thing.
No, I think my first cell phone, like when you dialed, it did make different noises. But you actually had an actual keypad too.
Yeah, it did make different noises, like an actual phone.
And I changed it though, because you can change it to do no noise, or you can change it to make noise. I definitely changed it to do a similar beep bop noise that Dan did.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Told you.
I did, yeah.
Do people actually dial numbers now?
Yeah.
Yes, if you don't have the number saved in your phone,
Yeah.
everyone you call is in your contacts.
Yeah, I have to call plenty of people that are not in my contacts. So I
Right.
dial the
Do
number.
you ever make a
Same
business
here.
call? Will you call?
Yeah, I have to make business calls all the time.
When do people dial numbers? How do you communicate?
How do you order food? No.
Now, food numbers, I saved those. Them saved in my phone.
If you Google it, and
Oh,
go
the
to
number,
the menu,
and you can
click
just
on
call
the number
from there.
and hit call.
That's true. All right.
Yeah, I got a few pizza places on there. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I don't
Speed
need
dial,
that.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Still,
I don't
need.
want to have to look their number up every time.
I don't save food places in my phone. That sounds ridiculous, but all right.
Why? If you eat there a lot, it's like, yeah, might as well save y'all. We basically home.
Pizza Hut and Marco's Pizza saved in my phone.
I
Really?
actually don't have any food places saved in my phone, but
I
I
don't buy food.
don't save anybody's number though. Like,
You don't eat.
Dylan doesn't eat.
Yeah, you don't eat, so it makes sense for you to not have food number saved.
I do eat.
You don't eat.
Just because I don't eat like you doesn't mean I don't eat.
Whoa.
ouch.
Whoa.
With that being said, we
well.
should rate Iron Man 3.
We're not there yet.
Wait, what else do you have to say?
We usually do best quote.
Oh, best
Do you want to
quote.
skip best quote?
Oh,
No.
oh yeah, best quote.
Gosh. Okay, I think it is Mom, I gotta go. Something magical is happening.
Yeah. And Tony needs Gary, and Gary needs Tony.
Yes.
Oh, and let's not forget, well, David.
Oh no. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, that. And then, like, honestly, I hate working here. They are so weird.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
But I think the best quote is, Mom, I gotta go. Something magical is happening.
Something magical is happening.
Was that when Tony was in his van?
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah,
he
that's when
walked
Tony
in?
was in his van. Yeah.
And he had a
That dude was
tattoo. He had a
super
tattoo
bad.
of Tony
He
Stark.
got tattoo of him. It didn't really look like him, but
It was a combination of both their faces.
So here's the thing: when we were watching the movie, we pointed out how weird that is, and how people alive, even if someone's famous, you should not get a tattoo of them. Because imagine meeting someone who you don't know, and they're like, "Hey, I have your face on my body." It's weird.
Yeah, it's disturbing. It's
it's
weird.
weird.
Really weird.
It's definitely weird.
Yeah.
No, there's another good line. Oh, I panicked, but then I handle it.
That's
It's like, why didn't you press the panic button? Well, I panicked, then I handled it.
But what about well no. Well yeah, it was a good one. He was like, you walk right into this one, but I've dated hotter chicks than you.
That's just wrong.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny though.
Then what about the login the password?
Oh, War Machine Rocks.
War Machine 68.
That was his
Oh yeah. He was like
Username.
rocks with
War Machine Rocks. All
with
caps.
2 X's or 3 X's. Oh yeah, all caps here.
Or when
That's
he,
not the That's not the best quote.
What's the best quote?
What's the best
Oh,
quote?
ain't the
I
best.
told you
ain't
what the best quote is.
Oh, okay, yeah, something magical is happening.
Yes.
Aaron, what about the fortune cookie?
Oh, yeah, how can we leave that out?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Fortune
A true story
cookies.
about fortune cookies. They look
sound
Chinese. They sound Chinese, but they're actually an American invention.
You gotta
which is
do
why
the
they're
voice.
hollow.
Why are you saying if you're not gonna do the voice?
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad.
Somebody do the voice. Somebody
Do the voice, Darren.
Like, they look Chinese, they sound Chinese, but it's American invention. That's why they're hollow, full of lies, and leaves a bad taste in the mouth.
Epic. That was epic.
Hey, it was
job
epic
there,
in the
DJ.
movie. So,
And then he crushed the cookie.
Y'all
Yeah.
want to take that out? Something magical is happening?
yes. Because I hate fortune cookies. They're disgusting. I don't know
They're
why.
disgusting. I don't know why we have them. So you can laugh at the.
They are pretty terrible. That's why they give them away for free.
True.
Yeah, do people actually eat them, or do you just get it to where the read the fortune?
I used to just read the fortune, but they
No,
don't
I
even
eat
do
'em.
real fortunes anymore.
No, they don't.
They're not even trying. It's like we all know it's fake, but geez.
Yeah, I opened one up before, and it was on a Monday, right? So I opened up a fortune cookie, and you know what it said?
What?
Today is Monday.
Then there you go.
Well, it wasn't wrong.
Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, what if it was Tuesday, though? Like, and they just had that fortune cookie just randomly.
That's true. It
Like,
was left
then
over
it-
from the
fortune
day
cookie
before.
lie.
Question everything.
Yeah, like, I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me anything now. So, you know, I do be eating the cookies, though.
Ew.
Oh,
See?
ew. They're hollow,
Yeah.
full of lies, and leaves
They
a
got-
bad taste in the mouth.
They got,
Come
like,
on.
just the right amount of sweetness, though. They got just, like, the right amount of sweetness. It's not too sweet. You know what I'm saying?
They're not. They're not.
Y'all don't
Good.
like fortune cookies?
No.
Really? Okay. All right. Never mind. We'll see. That's where we differ in our thinking. Y'all went to college.
All right. Are we ready to rate the movie now?
Yes.
Okay. Our patented rating system. I'm going to rate this watch while folding clothes because, yeah, it's a watch while folding clothes movie.
I'm gonna go with pure torture.
Oh. Wow.
Really?
Dylan hates
It's-
this movie.
I hate this movie.
Wow. Yeah, you definitely do.
Pure torture.
Okay.
Okay.
Eric?
Next, me.
I
Or
guess it's
Dylan?
going to be Dan. We can't hear Derek, so.
Okay.
All righty. Yeah, I say watch my folding clothes.
Watch while folding clothes.
I say watch while folding clothes as well.
All right. So that is going to be the 3D Rivals rating. I'm sorry, Dylan. Your pure torture did not make it through. Gosh, it's not that bad of a movie.
It is. I think we kind
It's
of
not-
established that it was.
No.
It's not pure torture though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if it came on, like,
If
I
it was on TV
you know,
and I was doing something, I would watch it.
I would.
I
I
was like, oh,
I-
Iron Man 3.
would turn to anything else.
All right.
Anything else? Even Thor: The Dark World?
I knew that's where I was going. If those were my only two options,
Yep.
Yeah, your only two options.
I just turned
You're
the TV
stuck
off.
on an island, and
No.
you have two
no,
movies.
Your only two options are to watch one of them.
Okay, then I would have to watch Iron Man 3. But those are my only two options, and I couldn't turn it off.
Okay.
Okay.
So if Iron Man 3 is pure torture, then what's Thor: The Dark World then?
Kill
Are we
me
gonna have to
now.
wait till that episode? to
Oh my
find out?
gosh, really?
It's a definite kill me now. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember a lot of. I remember
We'll
not
see
liking
upon a
it.
rewatch. Actually, like after rewatching Iron Man 3, I'll have to see if I dislike Thor: The Dark World as much as I did before. I might not.
I don't remember. I don't. I think I will hate it more. Honestly, I think I will. But I think that would definitely be a kill me now.
I don't know. It's got some redeeming
I agree. I think
qualities
she
to
would.
it. But
Definitely
she
think
might.
she's gonna hate it more.
She's pretty hard on movies.
It's Dylan. It's Dylan we're talking about here. Well, next week we might be talking about something else, but this week it's Dylan.
Yeah. True. Well, those are our thoughts on Iron Man 3. What did you guys think? Let us know.
Like, you gonna wait for him?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to answer. I wanted them to like answer. You know how like people
Like,
answer even on the radio, even though you can't hear them.
like a Dora the Explorer thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Which way should I go? She waits 10 freaking seconds. Then she
No,
don't even
man,
go the way
it's like
she
that
told her to
on
go.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Oh yeah, they're like, which switch should we use?
That's right. I'm like, no, he chose the wrong shape. It says that's
Like,
right.
no, I told you to shut up. I told you to shut up. Like, that's right, boys and girls. Like, okay.
God.
Ridiculousness, man.
Yes, but you can reach out to us on Facebook, facebook.com/3drivals, and let us know what you thought about Iron Man 3. Or you can email us, 3drivals@gmail.com. Other than that, we'd like to thank you for listening. It's been a pleasure, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.